Hey, church family, Pastor Mike here. I am just reaching out to you for a personal invitation to see you on Monday night, 6:30 p.m. We are back at it again after taking last week off for Halloween. We hope that you got out in your community and blessed some people and were able to be a light in your community on such a dark day. But we are back on Monday, 6:30 p.m. at the church building. Super excited to be with you. And just to give you a recap of where we've been, we have been in Ezra, and we've been looking at the first 3 chapters of Ezra so far. This Monday we'll be in chapter 4, but let me give you a quick recap of the first 3 chapters. So the first chapter, we talked about how this book is built on the promises of God, how the Israelites moved back from Babylon based on Jeremiah's prophecy about hope, about a better future, about God's promise of success, and he's going to prosper them, bring them back home, gather them back together, and that's what Ezra is built on. And then in chapters 2 and 3, we looked at the choice that some people made. Some people made the choice to stay in Babylon. We talked about what is your personal Babylon, and then we closed the night talking about how sometimes our biggest Babylon can be the past. Remembering how things were, past memories, seasons of life that you look back on, just different things that can cause all of us to just stay in Babylon, stay in the past, or stay stuck in a place, a moment, a thing, and just be stuck. And so that's kind of what we've talked about the first 2 weeks that we've been looking at Ezra. And I'm really excited about this week because I think it's really interesting. Now, you could read the 4th chapter and you could kind of notice the opposition they faced, and you could kind of notice that they had to take a little break from building, and you can kind of notice how the enemy came against them. But what stood out to me was was Israel's history, what they were known for. Israel's history, which is our spiritual DNA, it says they were known for rebellion, for revolt, and for causing trouble. I love that. I love that my spiritual DNA is causing trouble, rebellion, and revolt. Because we should always be in rebellion and in revolt and causing trouble against the culture of today. The culture is wicked, it is of the flesh, it is of the devil, and we should be rebelling against that. We should be revolting against that. We should be causing trouble. We should always be doing that against those people who come against us. And if you're blending in, you're doing it wrong. If you're blending into this world, to this culture, to the way that this world is, you're doing it wrong. And for so long, the church has been very passive and has just done its best to blend into culture and to look like culture. And I say it's time we stop. And this chapter that we're in, it shows us our spiritual DNA. Yeah, they had hard times, and I'm sure we'll talk about that. Yes, they came up against some opposition, and I'm sure we'll talk about that. But let's also key in on what our spiritual DNA is. Revolt, rebellion, causing trouble about the status quo, about the culture, about the evil and wicked things around us. So I'm looking forward to seeing you Monday night. I want to hear your thoughts on chapter 4. I want to hear your thoughts on what stood out to you, what jumped out at you, maybe even your thoughts about what I shared. But let's come together 6:30 p.m. at the church building. This is my personal invite to you. I love you. I'm praying for you because we are all in this together. See you Monday.